Yes, sir.
Okay. Today, Venkatramana, right?
Yes, sir.
Withholding tax.
Yes, sir. I need to explain,
Yeah.
sir.
Will you explain the withholding tax concept for 30 minutes?
I will try, sir.
Okay. Please start.
Okay, sir. Uh, Withholding tax. Withholding tax is also called as a retention tax, and it is a TDS, like tax deducted at source, and it is the requirement of government to deduct the uh, to deduct or to hold a particular percentage from paying to the vendor, and the pay the such type of like such amount to the government on behalf of the person. So it is like a kind of indirect tax. And if you take any business transaction, there are two parties will be involved. One is the customer and another one is the vendor. So here customer is authorized to deduct the withholding tax for services which he taken from the vendor. So, and when the vendor raise the invoices to the customer, that time the customer deduct the withholding tax as per the rates specified by the tax authorities. And then the rest of money he will pay to the vendor. And vendor also can claim his withholding tax at the time of annual returns, when he is submitting the annual returns to income tax. So that time he will claim the his withholding tax to return. And next, in some of countries like in India, withholding tax is deducted on invoice or payment. So when advance is paid to the vendor, then customer is required to deduct the withholding tax on advance payment. So here mainly the SAP is providing two functions of withholding tax for the calculating and paying and reporting purpose. So those two are one is a classical withholding tax and second one is the extended withholding tax. In coming to extended withholding tax, so it is including the all the functions which is having in the classical withholding tax, and also adding some additional functions are available in extended withholding tax. So SAP is recommended to use for withholding tax purpose the extended withholding tax. And here in the extended withholding tax, we can process withholding tax from both like vendor and customer. In classic withholding tax, we cannot process from the vendor. So it is from customer point of view, we can process in classical withholding tax. And if we compare some functions between classic and external withholding tax, there are some additional added as we said. So those functions add like TDS on incoming payment, and TDS at the time of invoice, and TDS on partial payment, and tax amount. So these are some extra functionality added in extended withholding tax. Then after we'll deduct the income tax from the vendor. So at the time of payment, we are paying to the tax to the government. So as per based on vendor PAN number, we will pay. Here we can find the by seeing the PAN number, we can find the whether is a natural person or legal person. If you see the in PAN number, fourth letter will be P, means is a natural person. If the PAN number in the PAN number fourth letter will be C, means that is a legal person. It means company. And after that, accounting entries for TDS at the like will be while invoice posting and advance payment. So while invoice posting, the TDS entry is like for the if we say one example, for example we are paying admin expenses, so that time the TDS entry will be admin expenses account data to vendor account to TDS payable account. In the same way, if you pay the advance payment, that time TDS entry will be vendor account data to cash or bank account to TDS payable account. So coming to the configuration part, if you discuss the first one, we will configure withholding tax countries. So for that we'll go the path. Only the single T code is SPRO. Then we'll enter the SPRO. Then we go to IMG screen. Then after financial accounting new, financial accounting global settings new, then withholding tax, then extended withholding tax. In that we'll enter the open the basic settings. Under basic settings, we'll open check withholding tax countries. The main purpose of defining the withholding tax
1 minute,
country.
take few minutes. 1 minute, take few minutes because there is some disturbance is coming. That aeroplane is going maybe. 1 minute, please. Yeah, now you go on.
Now it's clear, sir.
Yeah, just go on.
We'll open the path and we'll go through the path. So here there is no any T code for withholding tax. The single T code is SPRO. So we'll open the SPRO and then we'll go to IMG screen. Then after financial accounting new, then financial global settings new, then we'll withholding tax. Then after extended withholding tax, after that we'll open the basic settings. Under basic settings, we'll open check withholding tax countries. So the main purpose of configure the tax countries is every country is needed for printing the withholding tax form. So and every country ID is the prescribed by law is different from the all the countries. So that's the reason we have to define the withholding tax countries again in the list of the system to identify the country. For that we'll give the country code and city. Then after we'll save it. So and the next configuration step is withholding tax keys. So tax keys is nothing but TDS sections like tax sections. So like 194C payment to contractors, and 194D is insurance commission, and 194I for the rent. So like that. So the purpose is mm, and officially we can say that the description of withholding tax code, which is defined by the country legal national tax authorities. So the withholding tax keys are used to identify the different withholding tax types. So which names we given to with official key. For that we'll define the withholding tax keys. We'll configure. And then the third step is define the business place. So we for that path like the same as we said in SPRO, IMG screen, and financial accounting new, and global settings new, and withholding tax, extended withholding tax, and basic settings. Then we'll open the country, then define business area. So the purpose of creation of business area, business place is creation of business place is mandatory for each tax deduction account number like TAN. So this the business place printed the vendor with withholding tax certificates. So for that we'll define the business place. Next we will define the section codes for the business place. So the path is like the same, and then the main purpose of creation is section codes. For each business place, a section code is created. It's the mandatory, and we'll create and we'll map it on one-to-one basis. So all the countries, in the section code tells to the system that which TAN is items are posted under which TAN, and which TAN has to be declared to the tax statement. So for that we'll define the business place. The configuration part will enter the company code and section code, and we'll give the name. Then after we'll enter the business place, then we'll save it. And the next we'll define the configuration step is withholding tax type for invoice posting. So here path is like IMG screen, then financial accounting new, financial accounting global settings new, then withholding tax and calculation. After that we'll define withholding tax for invoice posting. Here we define the purpose, the creation of withholding tax for invoice posting, we'll define the withholding tax type for the posting at the time of entering invoice. So for that we'll define, and here we'll under the configuration we will give the withholding tax type, and in the description of name, like names in the sense like 94, for example, for the contractors or professional technical services, and the type, as said, we'll mention like A1, A2, A4, like that we'll define. And next one is the define withholding tax type for payment posting. So here we'll define the purpose of defining that withholding tax type for posting at the time of paying. For the payment purpose we define and we assign the withholding tax type. The same will not get triggered at the time of invoice posting. So that's the main thing. So here we are giving withholding information while posting the for withholding tax payment. So under the configuration, the same will give the withholding tax type and name, then we'll save it. Then after we'll creating check recipient types. So check recipient type is nothing like it is categorized the vendor whether he is a legal person or natural person. So it is necessary for printing the withholding tax form. And next one is we'll configure the withholding tax codes. So for the purpose is preparing that withholding tax code is different rates are maintained and what basis the TDS should be deducted. Uh, those we maintained at withholding tax codes. So these tax codes inputs we will define as per the client requirement. And next we will assign the withholding tax type to company code. Then after we'll activate the extended withholding tax. So here the purpose is the activity the company code. So we'll activating the company code for withholding tax. So the main and the configuration is like company code and tax type, recipient type, and validity date from date to date. So those all will give the inputs and will save. And then we'll create the GL account. Will so different GL accounts will create under GL account. Then after that we'll define the accounts for withholding tax type. So then we'll create the number classes. So in that number classes we'll enter the new, we'll go to the path and enter the new entries. Then we'll define the number class and the text, and we'll save that one. And then we'll create number groups as well. Then after creating the number groups we'll assign the number groups to number class. So these things we have to define. Then after we'll creating the remittance chalanas also. So we'll for that we'll set the country name and remittance chalana and company code, section code. This all will give and we'll save it. Then we'll maintain the number groups and number groups and assign number ranges to number groups as well. We'll assign. Then after maintain company code settings. Then we'll create the vendor master record. So after creating the vendor master record, then we'll post the invoice. So after posting the invoices, we'll checking the print withholding tax certificate. So these are all the configuration steps we have to configure at the time of withholding tax. And while preparing configuring the withholding tax, so I got some errors while giving the number ranges. So I got some errors. So then after while posting an invoice copy also I got error. So due to vendor PAN number I got the error. So that's it, Chanu sir.
Great, really great explanation. I really impressed. So, Ramadas are there? Hello, Ramadas garu.
Sir. Good, sir. Good.
How he explained?
Very nicely, very coolly explained.
Yes, that way is required.
Yes.
There is no aggressiveness. It's
No agroness and
quite slow.
fine slow and
Everyone can understand
logical.
his presentation. Okay, so that way is required. These things I'm expecting from you guys. Very great. Nice. Within 25 days, the explanation goes to 20 minutes at least. It's really impressive, right? చాలా బాగుంది ప్రజెంటేషన్. సో ఇలాంటి ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో రీచ్ అయ్యారు, మీరు ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ రీచ్ అయ్యారు, బాగా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ గ్యాదర్ చేశారు, సఫిషియంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్.
Yes, sir. I through Google and some other places we search and I got the information and I'll
మనకు అలాగే కావాలి.
assemble one place, sir, all the things.
ఎస్, ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పిన దాంట్లో ఎటువంటి నాకు పాయింట్అవుట్ చేయడానికి కూడా ఏమీ కనపడలేదు.
ఇర్రెలవెంట్ అనేది ఏం కనిపించలా.
అసలు పాయింట్అవుట్ చేద్దామన్నా నాకు ఏమీ కనపడతలేదు. ఓకే, సో ఈ వే ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ చాలా స్మూత్గా చక్కగా అర్థమయ్యేలాగా ఉంది. అది ఇంపార్టెంట్ నాకు. కన్ఫ్యూజన్ కాకుండా కరెక్ట్ క్లారిటీ ఉంది దాంట్లో. ప్రతి దాంట్లోనూ ఓకే ఇది ఉంది, ఓకే బిజినెస్ ప్లేస్ ఉంది, ఓకే నెంబర్ రేంజ్ ఉంది, ఓకే. సో అక్కడ క్లారిటీ కనపడింది. నాకు ఆ వేలో కావాలి. కరెక్ట్గా మీరు సూట్ అయ్యారు దీనికి. ఇలా ప్రతిదీ కూడా మీరు 20-25 మినిట్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇచ్చారంటే ఏ టాపిక్ అయినా సరే, ఎలాంటి ఇంటర్వ్యూ అయినా సరే ఈజీగా సక్సెస్ అయిపోవచ్చు. మన సక్సెస్ స్ట్రాటజీ కూడా ఇదే, ఫార్ములా కూడా ఇదే. మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేపిస్తాము. ఇంకా నాకు తప్పులేమి కనపడలేదు ఇందులో. ఎర్రర్స్ ఇంకా మీరు చెప్పాలి, ఇంకా కొన్ని పాయింట్స్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఎర్రర్స్ని మీరు చెప్పలేదు. వెండర్ మాస్టర్లో విత్ హోల్డింగ్ ట్యాక్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇవ్వకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది అన్న పాయింట్ చెప్పలేదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఆటోమేటిక్ జిఎల్స్ గురించి ఎక్కువ డిస్కషన్ చెప్పలేదు. అవే ఇంపార్టెంట్ కదా, కీ పాయింట్స్.
ఓకే సార్, కరెక్ట్ మెసేజ్.
ఆ 2 పాయింట్స్ కొంచెం బాగా చెప్తే బాగుండేది. విత్ హోల్డింగ్ ట్యాక్స్ స్టార్టింగ్ చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు. అసలు విత్ హోల్డింగ్ ట్యాక్స్ అంటే ఎలా డిడక్ట్ అవుతుంది అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ బాగుంది. నెక్స్ట్ జర్నల్ ఎంట్రీస్ గురించి చక్కగా అద్భుతంగా చెప్పారు. సో వెరీ ఇంప్రెసివ్. ఇలా ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను. స్లోగా అర్థమయ్యేలాగా, కంగారు లేకుండా, స్పీడ్గా లేకుండా, అవతలోడికి అర్థం అవ్వాలి. అదే ప్రజెంటేషన్ మనం ఏం చెప్పినా సరే. ఇంకా వాడికి ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్కి కూడా ఆలోచిస్తాడు, ఇంత తెలిసినోడు ఇంకేం అడుగుతాం విత్ హోల్డింగ్ ట్యాక్స్ మీద అని చెప్పి వెళ్ళిపోతాడు. ఆ క్వశ్చన్ కూడా అడగడు కూడా ఇంకా అడగడు. సో అంత నాలెడ్జ్ ఇప్పుడు గెయిన్ చేశారు మీరు. సో అదే అంటున్నాం, మనల్ని క్వశ్చన్ చేయాలి అంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూవర్కి మనల్ని క్వశ్చన్ చేశాడు అంటే